All right, so have you ever had one of those moments where you're like, okay, it's time, new phone, who dis, but then you start actually looking at your options and it's like, whoa, sensory overload, all these specs and features, and honestly, who even knows what half of them mean, right? Well, today we're going to dive into a technique that's going to make those choice overload moments a thing of the past, and it's called comparative prompting. We're keying off of the Generative AI Professional Prompt Engineering Guide, which is by George Tome, and you can find it on leanpub.com. This book is like the ultimate cheat sheet for anyone who wants to really unlock the power of AI, and we're going to zero in on how to turn it into your own personal decision-making guru. By the time we're done here, you'll be facing down even the toughest choices like a boss. No more decision fatigue for you. So, comparative prompting. What's the deal? Think of it like this. Imagine having an AI assistant who could whip up one of those side-by-side comparison charts, kind of like those old school consumer reports, but, custom made just for you. Let's say you're trying to choose between different universities, right? Instead of getting lost in a mountain of brochures and websites, you just tell your AI, okay, compare these universities for me based on their academic reputation, how much the tuition is, and hey, while you're at it, how's the coffee shop scene? And bam, you've got this clear, easy to read table that lays out all the key differences, no more guesswork.
And it's not just about, getting more information thrown at you. It's about getting the right information and actually being able to make sense of it, right? Think about how hard it is to compare different options when it's all jumbled up in your head. This technique just takes all the mental gymnastics out of it so you can just focus on what matters to you.
And here's the really cool part. This isn't just for those big life decisions, you know what I mean? Our source material actually gives tons of examples, from comparing health insurance plans to even picking the perfect vacation, like tropical getaway versus backpacking through Europe. Your AI assistant can help you weigh all the options. So how do we actually make this happen? The book gives us this super simple but really powerful prompt structure. It's almost like a fill-in-the-blank template for making decisions. You just tell the AI, give me a comparison based on these factors for these specific options in a table format. Easy peasy.
And it's that simple structure that really makes it work. When you're super clear about the format you want and what factors are important to you, you're giving the AI really clear directions. No more ambiguity, no more sifting through pages of irrelevant info. It's all about getting you exactly what you need to make a smart choice.
It's like having your own AI-powered decision coach or something. Okay, so let's say I'm trying to pick out a new laptop, right? Which, let's be real, is basically a recipe for a meltdown these days with all the options. So the book gives this example prompt that I kind of love. Provide a comparison based on battery life, processor speed, and price for these laptops. MacBook Pro, Dell XPS, and HP Spectre in a tabular format. Straight to the point, right?
Exactly. And you've hit on something super important there, being specific. When you clearly lay out your criteria, like you said, battery life, speed, price, and then you're like, okay, these are the contenders, MacBook Pro, Dell XPS, HP Spectre, you're basically giving the AI blinders.
Yeah.
In a good way. It can't get distracted by all the other noise.
Okay, yeah, I see that. But let's take a step back for a sec. Why does this even matter? Why bother with this whole comparative prompting thing?
Because how many times have you stressed over a decision for way too long? Maybe you even lost sleep over it, right? This technique is all about using AI to give us that extra clarity, that objective view, so we can weigh our options and actually feel good about our choices.
It's like having a friend who's really good at, making lists and spreadsheets. But in this case, it's your AI friend who's always got your back.
100%. And the more you use it, the better it gets. It's like anything else, right?
Yeah.
For practice, you get better. Each prompt you make, each little tweak, it all adds up. And before you know it, you're an AI-assisted decision-making pro.
Ooh, mastering the art of AI-assisted decision-making. That's got to be an episode title right there. But really, though, it's not about letting the AI take over, right? It's about using it as a tool to enhance our own judgment.
Exactly. Think of it like you're adding a superpower to your arsenal. So let's say you're looking at investment opportunities. Comparative prompting can help you analyze market trends. You can compare historical data, even assess those risk factors, all in a fraction of the time it'd take you to do it yourself.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. I'm already thinking about all the things I can use this for, from researching stocks to finding the best travel deals. Heck, maybe I can finally get my spice rack organized with this.
There you go. It's all about giving yourself that edge, making sure you have the info you need to make choices that line up with your goals, whether it's financial goals, personal goals, heck, even culinary goals, right?
So it's not just about speed, it's about quality too. Making smarter decisions, being more strategic, and maybe even, having a little fun with it along the way. Who knew making decisions could be so dare I say, exciting. It's like AI to the rescue, right? But hold on a sec, because this whole thing kind of relies on us feeding the AI good info in the first place, right? What if the data's messed up, or we're missing pieces of the puzzle?
That's where, we humans still got to bring our A game, even with all this fancy AI. It's like, think of it this way. You're the chef. The AI is your fancy food processor. It can chop and slice and dice like nobody's business. But at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to decide what goes in the pot and how it's all going to taste.
Right. So it's not about just blindly trusting whatever the AI spits out, but more like using it as a jumping off point. We got to use our own knowledge and experience, our gut feeling even, to make sense of it all.
100%. And don't forget about asking the right questions. It's not like we got to take the AI's word for it. We can use it to dig deeper, maybe uncover something we hadn't even thought about before.
It's like the AI is shining a flashlight on all these different angles, helping us see the bigger picture, right?
There you go. It's teamwork, not takeover. We're working with the AI, not just letting it call all the shots.
And that's what makes this whole thing so interesting, don't you think? It's not just about the techie side of it. It's about how humans and AI are going to work together.
Yeah.
It's a whole new world out there, and we're all figuring it out as we go.
For sure. And we're just getting started. AI is getting smarter all the time. So who knows what kind of cool stuff we'll be able to do with it. It's a pretty exciting time to be making decisions, that's for sure.
Totally. And for anyone who's ready to jump in and start making some awesome decisions, the Generative AI Professional Prompt Engineering Guide by George Tome, check it out. It's got everything you need to harness the power of AI for clearer, more confident decision making. No more choice overload for you. All right, that's a wrap on comparative prompting. Next time you're feeling stuck, remember, AI's got your back. Until then, happy prompting, everyone.